birds chirping. That was the very first sound listeners heard June 29th, 1981. A lot has happened since then.
I come out today still innocent of the charges against me.
The Carolina Panthers have been unanimously selected.
Relation to people just being alive, and then that sudden shock of being through a war zone.
Long after I'm gone, I hope this train you'll be able to ride this all the way to UNCC campus.
Yes, at 1016, understand you're turning right.
It seems that not only the city but the state is in mourning.
I'm not a great preacher. I'm just an ordinary proclaimer of the gospel.
Out of concern for the city, I immediately resigned my post as mayor.
Overwhelmingly, you guys wanted the Hornets' name back.
As one looks at it over the years, it's important to have a voice that is the voice of Charlotte, and a voice that says, here's what's really happening, and here's what we ought to be thinking about doing about it.
One of the things that we decided upon early on for WFAE is that it ought to really play a role in news.
The DNC was huge for us. We talked with lawmakers and people in the city about how this was impacting people who worked here and lived here.
Excellent journalism, particularly at the local level, is the oxygen for democracy.
We've seen our city grow and change, and WFAE has walked over 40 years on this growth journey with us.
We need to bring you some breaking news right now.
We want journalism to look through the lens of not having a bias, not accepting the status quo, that dives deeper.
It's this amazing thing that you see the journalists, they immediately get into this mindset of how do we tell this story.
Yo trabajo con WFAE y con la noticia.
I think what public radio does really well, where we make these connections with people, maybe in the moment stories, but then we stay in touch with people. I like to see how people grow, how people progress.
You know, WFAE has always had a commitment to racial equity. The Equity Desk is more than just another beat, like politics, healthcare, and education.
I am the Race and Equity reporter. I hope we do get more Black listeners. I think WFAE is, they have some of the highest numbers when it comes to people of color listening.
The Race and Equity team is a vision of our Chief Content Officer, John Marshall.
We really want to not only talk about the issues in Charlotte, but the impact of those issues, and then how do we bring people from Charlotte together to convene, to make progress, you know, and to keep those conversations going.
We're at that stage of the information revolution where things are being torn down, and it's not yet clear what will take their place because of its commitment to news. I think WFAE plays a new and very important role in the provision of news to a region.
More coronavirus restrictions beginning tomorrow.
We're better serving our community, which is what this is all about, and reaching more in our community. In three and a half years, we have seen 400% growth in users. That's people visiting the website, 400% annual growth. Yeah, which is amazing.
Podcasting is the digital on-demand version of radio. It's the digital audio version of print journalism. Wherever you are in the world, whatever device you use, whether it's a phone or a computer, even a smart speaker, podcasting can be there with you each step of the way.
I think that's our mission in Charlotte now for the foreseeable future, to be the news outlet that people turn to when they need to know and to be able to trust what we say, because we don't have commercial concerns to deal with.
I think audiences recognize if you want to be fully informed about important things in Charlotte, you can do it by listening to WFAE.
We're growing in importance not only in the Charlotte region, but we're growing in impact. It's really inspiring for us to see that so many people rely on us when there are so many news organizations that are maybe less than trustworthy.
I don't know how a society functions without someone like WFAE bringing the truth to you every day.